Today, I also want to share a special message for you about transition, because I feel that many of you are in transition, and you are enjoying where you've been. You kind of have a glimpse of where you might be going, but you don't know for sure. But you're in this middle place, and some of you have actually been in that place for a long time. But God says that there's grace for you in this transitional place. And the one thing that was highlighted to me for you today is that when you take His grace one step at a time, that there's a building of His presence in that place that you won't find anywhere else, because it's a new level of dependency. So therefore you don't get your comfort from the circumstances or from the vision itself or from feeling solid, but you get a grace to know Him, to lean on Him, to have a dependency upon Him moment by moment that anchors you in Him, not only for now, but for the years to come. One of the things I believe God is saying for you to do in this time of transition is to ask Him for extreme grace in every day. Just wake up every morning and say, give me extreme grace today to live in this transition, and show me the lessons that you want me to learn. Because in a transition season, because I've been in one myself, it's a time to look at everything that you have, even as far as structures. Like as a ministry, we've been in a season where we are restructuring so that we can bear more fruit. And you'll find that oftentimes when you're in transition, it's a pruning season as well. So God will say, I don't need you to do this way anymore, do it this way. You don't require this in your life anymore, chop that off, make this smaller so I can make that bigger. But you can start to work with God to build new and fresh foundations in your life, so that you can just break open into new realms of His glory. And so I just want to bless you, those of you that identify that you are in a season of transition, that you're going to grow through this transition season well. You're going to be so strong when you come through. In fact, I prophesy that over you. I prophesy that you'll be strong in the midst of transition, and that you won't make decisions. You have to be careful not to make real big changes when you're in a transitional period, just out of your frustration, because that's a time of vulnerability. But receive the grace to embrace the transition that you're in, and you're going to grow in God. You're going to grow from strength to strength. You're going to grow well. There's someone that's watching this clip right now that you've been so frustrated. You said, I've been in transition long enough, I want to get out. The Lord's showing me that if you will pray in tongues for an hour every day, with intentionally targeting coming out of that transition, it's going to accelerate the process. And you're going to get downloads of revelation on how to transition through. And it's by praying in tongues every day for an hour, but specifically with your focus on coming out of the transition. So you would go like, Kabaranda Bakaya Bakonda, with your mind centered on coming out of transition. And keep focus for that whole hour. And I'm just getting that as a word of wisdom from the Spirit of God. There's someone else, I'm getting a word of knowledge for someone right now, that you're in a transition period for like a housing situation, and that you came out of one situation into an interim housing, but you've been in it for long enough, but it doesn't look like, it looks impossible for doors to open to get you out of it. Again, I'm sensing if you go into praying in the Spirit, you're going to find that something's going to open up for you. So it seems like this whole thing of praying in tongues is going to be really critical for a lot of you. There's also someone that's in a transition in a relationship, and it transitioned from one type of relationship, and the person that you're in the relationship with has just recently said to you, I feel like withdrawing, I feel like just becoming friends, where it was more than that before. And the transitional invitation has been devastating to you. You were not prepared for it. In fact, you were thinking it was going to transition into something different, into something more, and it's been less. it's going to be like a little bit of a difficult season for you, but the Lord says He's got this grace available for you in the transition. Hold on to Him in it, because there is going to be a severing of that relationship, and it'll end up being really good, but you won't be able to see that it's good right now. It'll be just painful right now, but it's only for a moment. He says it's only for a moment. He's got something way better for you, and He's actually got someone way better for you. Just hang in there and worship Him. Praise is going to be one of the things that gets you through this time. So those are some words of knowledge for some of you. I want you to know that we have a resource that will really help you. It's a message from Mark Sharona that he preached at our tent meetings that we had in 2013. They're just absolutely awesome. It's called Treasures in Transition. It's a 2 CD set, and it's so brilliant and so profound that it'll help any of you that are going through transition. It is so deep that you'll want to listen to it 3 or 4 times over. I'm pretty sure we have it on downloadable version as well. Just go to xpministries.com and you'll be able to purchase that item there. God bless you, and enjoy your transition because of the grace of God that is accelerating for you in the midst of it.